Hello everyone and Happy New Year. In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint up the Mandalorian and his little buddy Grogu. I'm going to be using these colors, black primer, white primer, and then polished silver speed paint, hardened leather, gray floor gray, grim black, malignant green, and pallid bone. This entire video is going to be done with just speed paints. We will start the painting process first by applying a zenithal highlight onto all the models. This involves priming first with black primer and then after that switching to a white primer later on. On the white primer step, to achieve the zenithal highlight effect, you'll want to apply the white only from a 45-degree angle all the way around. You'll want to leave the top and sides nice and vibrant, but the bottom and the recesses in shadow. I start with the lightest colors first. I use polished silver speed paint. This is a great metallic speed paint that really represents the Beskar armor on Djarin's outfit. The areas that I paint silver are the helmet, the pauldrons, the armor plates on his thighs, and also on his breastplate. I next switch to hardened leather speed paint, and I put this color onto the Mandalorian's pants and boots. When I paint close to the areas that I painted silver earlier, I slow down a little bit to make sure that I do not overshoot into those areas. I also apply this brown onto the belt that goes all the way around his waist, and I apply it onto the bandolier strap that goes across his chest. The fingertip areas of his glove also get this brown color. I apply the same hardened leather speed paint onto the brown stock of his rifle, which I have modeled slung over his back right here. Next, I switch to gray floor gray and I paint his upper tunic in this color. Now, the box art shows that his shirt is actually brown, but I changed this to gray just to kind of break up the color on the Mandalorian a little bit. If I had put brown on the top and the bottom, it would just look like one continuous mass and it would look fairly monotonous. So I broke it up a little bit and made his shirt gray. The main section of his gloves also gets gray floor gray. Now I switch to grim black speed paint, and this is gonna go on Djarin's rifle, basically all the metal parts that were not painted brown earlier. And then after that, I use this color also on his cloak. The entire cloak is gonna be black, so I use a broad brush and I just liberally apply this color all over it. And with the folds in the cloak, it looks really nice, flowy, and realistic once everything is dried. The blaster on his right hand also gets grim black. I next use a pointed detailing brush and I flood a little bit of this grim black into the T shape on his helmet. Moving on to Grogu, he's really easy to do. I start with malignant green speed paint and I apply it onto his cute little head and also his two little hands. Next, I use pallid bone speed paint and I apply it onto his outfit. He's a really simple character and these two colors are really suitable for this figure. Next, I use some leftover grim black and a detailing brush and I liberally apply it onto his eye sockets to give him those nice, deep, dark eyes. I also apply some into his mouth, and at this point, Grogu is all done. For their basing, I use two simple steps. I just apply some flocking with some white glue. I apply it with an old brush onto the top of the base, and then after that, I dunk the entire base into the flocking material and it'll just stick in place. I next apply tufts of grass as a little bit of sprucing up for the bases. I scrape away some of the flocking and then I use super glue, lay it down on those areas, And then I grab the tufts and apply it onto those super glued areas. They will allow them to stick permanently in place and not fall off while you're gaming. As a final cleanup step, I use some black primer and a broad brush, and I just paint around the rims of the bases to clean up any overspray. To protect all your hard work, you'll want to varnish these models. For Grogu, use just matte varnish. 1 to 2 coats should do. But for Djarin, you'll want to use gloss varnish followed by matte varnish. This makes it a little bit brighter, but also dulls some of it so it's not too bright. And here are the completed models for Star Wars Legion, Djarin, and Little Grogu. These 2 models took me less than 20 minutes. It's really easy to do and really fun. Thanks for joining me, have a happy 2024, and I will see you in the next video.